Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the first ever Board Archive live chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate you taking the time to come hang out for a little bit. Hanging out in the Snowboard Bro Camp Gear Dungeon today with Kevin. Yeah, just had a great day riding.
Yeah, TJ's taking over the live chat. It's gone from Snowboard Pro Camp over here to Board Archive, and yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna have a different feel. Same gear dungeon, but maybe a slightly different kind of live chat. So I'm stoked.
Yeah, looking forward to spending some time with you guys. Planning to be on here for about an hour, so any questions you guys have related to snowboard gear, snowboarding, anything for either of us, let us know. We're going to try to answer as many questions as we can here today. And also let us know where you guys are joining us from. I know a lot of you guys are staying up late over in Europe or just popping in from all over. So,
Oh, and if any of you guys want, pop over quickly to Snowboard Pro Camp and then tell everybody that we're not there. We're on Board Archive. I'll let them know in the comments somewhere. I don't know how that's going to work, but I feel like some people may still think that the live chat is on Snowboard Pro Camp, but yeah, we're on Board Archive. Even maybe some of you guys are friends, so you could like text them or email them or
yeah.
send them a message on Facebook, something.
Yeah, moving forward, Monday live chat is going to be on Board Archive. So hope to see you guys here every week. And yeah, a lot of people here already. Got about 60 people on the chat. We got Adam, Bad Riders, Engen, Carrie Pierce,
Justin Visey, Engen again, Adam Bad Riders again. Yeah, you got all the classics, all the OGs.
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
L Stacker.
Daniel Pincher, what's up, man?
Yeah, you guys were like chatting in the comments for quite a while. Buck Snabes.
Catman Snow.
Yeah, Sam Smith.
Yeah, looks like we had a bit of a conversation going on here while we were getting everything set up.
Catherine Lee, what did Catherine Lee say?
Ooh.
I'm actually here early for once.
Oh,
awesome.
Nice. Oh, yeah, so that was just at 5:29. So, yeah, we're still in the pre-live conversation here.
Catherine, I sent you a message on Instagram. So if you're still in Whistler and if you want to meet up for some ramen or something, it'd be cool to do that tomorrow.
Definitely, yeah. OG Catherine, shout out for being here.
Yeah, just like after riding, if you're around.
Yeah.
Oh, some people are calling out first Board Archive live chat.
Yeah, that's right.
Sick.
Liam Bruce, Board Archive Mondays. You got it, man. Alex, Sam Smith. What up, guys?
We got the Board Archive beanies on.
Oh yeah, quick plug. Got the beanies available if you guys want to check them out. They're actually almost all gone. So yeah, that's boardarchive.com/shop if you want. Gonna have some stickers available very soon as well. So yeah, just like that guy right there.
Make your head disappear into the light.
Yeah, the white beanies they can be tricky like that. Alex says he's about to hit up South Korea.
Nice.
Adam Harms, what's up, man? All right. So looks like we might be in the actual live questions here now. Let's see what we got going on.
Yeah, if you guys have a question that you really need answering to, hit up that super chat button. Also, way to support Board Archive.
Absolutely, yeah. Much appreciated with the super chats. It highlights your question, so make sure we'll see it and definitely answer your question there. Daniel Z, how's the storm week going?
Nice.
Kevin, what do you think, man? How's this week been?
Yeah, it's been great. I'm really happy that we've gotten this much snow this early in the season here in Whistler. Like TJ's first full season in Whistler, so it's awesome to give him that like real experience. It's always a mix in Whistler. Like from week to week, it changes so much. And yeah, storm week's been great. Just more and more snow. And it's making the mountain change every time we go up there too. So today we did some of the same runs that we did yesterday, and they felt different because they're just like filled in more. So some of the runs where there have been some like fallen over trees or like exposed rock, like that's all getting covered and just making it for really fun riding. It's actually been really different riding every day in Storm Week too because I've been changing boards so much.
Yeah, I've been on a bunch of boards. Yeah, I hope you guys saw that Storm Chaser versus Orca video that just went up on Snowboard Pro Camp this morning. That was actually filmed yesterday, so that's kind of what the conditions are like out here, and it might have been even better today. So
yeah, I think it was better today. It was a bit colder.
Yeah, it's a little bit lighter snow, not quite as wet. But yeah, it's been crazy. I've never had this many powder days in a row. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I actually am looking forward to to getting some park riding in. Sweet guys. Well, thanks for all the questions here. All right, so Tommy, Capita DOA or Battalion Evil Twin for Butters and Speed.
Oh wow, those are like opposing things you need in a snowboard.
Yeah.
Butters or speed.
Yeah, I think probably the Battalion Evil Twin, just because it has the 3BT. Those are both pretty much full positive camber snowboards. So um, the DOA might be a little bit better for stability.
Yeah, the DOA I think will be better for stability, and you can still butter with it.
Yeah, definitely can still butter with it. The 3BT, you just get that really, really loose catch-free feel. So, oh, and I'm seeing a bunch of people saying that there's no super chat option. So, you know what? That's I guess I'll have to look into that. But we're still gonna do this live chat. Appreciate all you guys being here.
Maybe they're on
And,
an iPhone.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Oh,
You know,
it's Reggie.
yeah,
Oh.
if Reggie can't do it, it can't be done. But yeah, it's all good, guys. No worries. Just keep asking those questions. We'll try to get to as many as we can.
Warlord.
Yeah, it's a good one for you,
Atlas
Kevin.
Bindings versus the Malavitas. Yeah, they are both very similar. The Atlas are a bit more. They're a bit stiffer, so I think they're better. Those are the ones I have on my powder board because they just give me more stability. Versus the Malavitas, those are more like you can still ride them all mountain, but they're a little bit more park leaning. And I like the straps on both. Both like heel straps are really nice. I think I like the heel strap on the Malavita slightly more.
I agree. We got to get you on those new Forma ankle straps from Union, man. Those are pretty comparable, I think, to the Burtons. But yeah,
Nice.
the Exo frames you have are not as good as the Malavitas. But yeah, both great bindings though, man.
Both are
And
great.
Radster06, do you prefer park riding or riding through trees? It's funny, I was actually just talking to Kevin about that today on the chairlift. So, in the past, for me, it's been like powder has been such a rare thing that I just kind of, it was on a pedestal. It was like, if it's there, I'm gonna be in the trees. I'm gonna be riding powder, and I still feel that way. But riding so much powder this early season in Whistler is kind of making me think about it a little bit. Like, which one do I like better? But currently, I think powder is such a treat. You got to take advantage. What do
Yeah,
you-
it's different out here in Whistler from anywhere else, or at least compared to say out east, where we have just so many powder days that it becomes the thing to do. Like riding powder is what you do in Whistler. And when the powder's not here, you definitely ride in the park. But yeah.
I think there's going to be some great park days coming up, but with how conditions have been this early season, just a couple of weeks ago we were having a download, and so everything's filling in. We're getting a great base, so once the weather does clear up, I think it's going to make for some really, really fun park days. And I just saw a question here from Mezzy. TJ, how's the transition to free ride from a true park rat? Yeah, it's been interesting. Like I said, I haven't gone this long without riding park. I don't think ever in my life, like my snowboarding life, and it's been good. Free riding is a whole nother ball game. It's a lot of the skills carry over for sure, but it takes some getting used to.
We did just spend like a bit over 6 months riding spring, summer park conditions. So it's a good change. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was like the never-ending spring season for us this summer, and it was just park, like really warm weather days. So
Yeah.
it is really nice to have this transition for sure. But if you guys have been watching the videos, I've been taking some slams trying to figure this out.
Josh Park has a good question. What's your go-to base layer? Fans of Ninja Suit? So for me, personally, I'm not a fan of the Ninja Suit because I don't like having to, when it's time to go pee, I don't like having to work through, especially like a bib. If I'm wearing a bib and the Ninja Suit, it's too hard to use the restroom.
Yeah, yeah, they do have some functionality built in where you can like unzip around the back if you need to on the ninja suit. I'm actually wearing a ninja suit right now.
He hasn't gone to the washroom all day.
I try to avoid it though, if possible. I do really like how warm the ninja suit is though, but I'm probably gonna pick up a upper and lower base layer at some point this season just to have the option if I want to.
Yeah, but the outside of the ninja suit, I've got a Under Armour base layer, and that's been working out good. And then I also have a Decine base layer.
Yeah, you gotta have a base layer, guys, for sure. Reggie, Reds cap, calling out the outer space living in the back. That's exactly right, man. Yeah, I was writing that today. So I actually am doing a video. The next video on Board Archive is going to be how a twin snowboard handles in powder. So yeah, the OSL there. It's a true twin Camrock board. It's like a jib board basically. And sneak preview, it killed it in the powder with the setback stance. I was very, very surprised.
Yo, over 100 people on the Board Archive first live chat.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you guys for being here. Appreciate all of you guys.
Let's see if we can get to 50 likes.
Yeah, if you got, for those of you that are here, if you want to give the video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. Ramon asking, what size bibs do we wear? I wear a medium in pants and bibs. What size do you wear?
I'm a large.
Yes.
34 in jeans waist and a large in bibs.
I am a 31 in jeans. I'm about 5'10", 150. Let's see here. Thanks for all the questions, guys. Mystic X, should I get the Ride Helix? Check out the review, man. It's a great snowboard. There's a couple of reviews on that one that I've done.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I love the design of it. It's got the ASIM, right? So it's got
Yeah.
that deeper heel edge, and what else? It's pretty stiff flex.
Yeah, it's really stiff, full camber, got
Good.
the ASIM side cut.
Good jump board, you think? Like,
Yeah, I
good
think
for big jumps.
That's the highlight. So Ride markets it as a freestyle board, but it actually is really good for kind of all mountain freestyle just because of how stiff it is. But yeah, it's a really good jump snowboard. Trevor Cardozo, wide or super wide for POV head mount GoPro?
Super wide.
Super wide all day for sure. I haven't even tried any of the other ones, but even the super wide is almost like not wide enough. It's hard trying to find that balance where you can have the board in the shot and then still have like a decent view of where you're going.
Yeah.
But
Woodjoe says, should I set my stance back on the Capita DOA to catch some Tahoe powder? Absolutely. Set that stance back. It'll allow you to turn quicker through the POW for sure, and just helps that nose to float a bit more.
yeah, it makes a huge difference, man. And it doesn't feel too weird on groomers either, honestly. There was some long cat tracks today that were hard packed, and the OSL did fine even with the setback. Carson Ropke, how frequently, if at all, do you tune your boards? What's your interval, would you say, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm tuning more and more each season. I would say, because I feel the performance that it gives. So I'd like to think that I tune my board every 5 times I ride.
Yeah, it does make a huge difference. Today I actually didn't have a chance to wax my snowboard before we went out there, and I regretted it. It would have been worth just taking the time, like 10 minutes to wax, and then just scrape it on the hill or something. Definitely makes a big difference. Oh, you guys are gonna be in the vlog. Oh, by the way, if by some chance you're not subscribed to Snowboard Pro Camp, you definitely need to get over there and subscribe to SPC. So many quality vids over there. Vince Powell Newman, what's up, man? Acid drop. Oh no. Tried to meet up with us but didn't get a response. I'm sorry. I must have missed your DM, or I don't know how I missed that. Well, I hope you had a good trip anyway. Let's see. Mallory, can you overbrush a board after waxing? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't use a brush. If you take your board to a shop, they probably would, but I don't even have a brush. All right, SM. Hey TJ, Mind Expander versus Storm Chaser. So I bought the Storm Chaser as my personal board, and it was a big toss up between the Storm Chaser and the Mind Expander. And I ended up going with the Storm Chaser because I really wanted that pure powder performance. And I will say with that short swallowtail, it's much more swivelly. I think the Mind Expander does offer good float, but if you're looking for that pure powder performance, the Storm Chaser would probably be the way to go. And the Mind Expander, still good powder performance, but also going to be a little better for kind of free riding all mountain as well. All right. All right, Ethan Bampkin, Kevin and TJ, what are the differences between rocker and camber?
Yeah, so I guess rocker is the base of the board. If you think of it in terms of like the center of the board, if this is the board here, it kind of makes a shape like this where the center is touching and then it like raises away from the snow as you go towards the tips. So that's what like rocker is.
Yeah, so rock,
Almost like a rocking chair.
yeah, just like the bottom of a rocking chair, exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll give you a little better float and powder. It's a looser feel on the snow, and it's less catchy, I think, are some of the advantages. And camber is the exact opposite. So the middle of the board is raised, and then the contact points are going down. So when you're standing on the board and pressuring it, you're actively pressuring the contact points, the widest point of the snowboard, into the snow, and it's just a more precise, powerful, poppy feeling. So
Yeah, the contact points are the widest part. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Towards the tip and tail.
That's where you get most of the control. Jason Lingbanan, where's the best place to get ramen in Whistler?
Yeah, Oyama Ramen.
Oyama Ramen, easy.
It's not just the best; it's one of the only places. I guess there's a few places you can get it on the mountain, but Oyama Ramen, in the plaza where Subway is definitely the best. One of the best just restaurants in general, I think, in Whistler. Especially for like after riding, you come down after a long day of snowboarding, and you can. It's like a cozy spot and really good ramen soup.
Oh no. Catherine Lee saying she's leaving tomorrow morning. Dang, I was hoping to get a chance to run into you, Catherine. I'm sorry to hear that. How long was your trip here in Whistler?
I think she got here on Friday.
Well, I hope you guys had a great time. Yeah, I wish it would have worked out differently. But it's still going to be a long season. Maybe we'll be down in Washington. Callum Mule just grabbed a Board Archive beanie. Shout out, Callum. Thank you, man.
Nice. Nice.
Shout out Dale D'Antoni. Nicholas Scotty, when do you think they're going to build the snow parks in Whistler?
They already do have a park on Blackcomb. I saw that one today.
Yeah,
I'm sure they have one in Whistler too.
I'm sure they do. I haven't been over there in a few days, but with all the snow now, they've got everything that, they have the snow to build it. It's literally snowing every day. Like Thursday is supposed to be another half meter, so all the features keep getting buried. And, it's just weird riding park when the snow's all soft and snowing, so.
Yeah, it's really not worth it to ride park at the moment. It's been snowing like all day, every day recently. And, all the takeoffs, all the lips, all the landings are going to be changing. They're going to be uneven. And even the visibility's been pretty poor up there, so not ideal park days at all.
Definitely not, no. And it's been so much fun in the trees and like trying to get in the alpine to find the powder. It's been great.
It's the natural park.
Yeah, the natural terrain park. Are Whistler and Blackcomb connected? They are with the peak to peak gondola.
Yeah.
Does it still have the world record? Do you know? It might still, but it had the world record for like the longest distance without a lift tower. So it was like 2 kilometers without a lift tower. It's pretty cool.
TJ's getting to know these mountains.
It's starting to. I'll be a local soon, but no, I need a few more years out here. Mallory asking about the beanies. Yes, there are still both black and white beanies available. Boardarchive.com/beanie if you want to check it out. Gonna mail out another batch tomorrow. All right.
Oliver says, when are you guys gonna have your own base layers? One could do the other. The other could do a bottom. Oh, right, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
So Snowboard Pro Camp bottoms and Board Archive tops.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, maybe. I definitely want to like branch into, more merch, but right now, I think the stickers, the beanies, they got like hoodies and all kinds of stuff. Kevin's got a bunch of merch available as well.
I think next,
So-
maybe face masks or mitts would be cool.
Mittens would be really cool. I really want to do like a technical hoodie. I think I'm going to try to do that this season at some point. A little bit, better waterproof, but
And Colin Snowboard says, have you guys ridden the Capita horoscope? Yeah, so I rode that board for about 6 months. Loved it. I think it's a really great sort of beginner to intermediate park board. It's got a soft flex and a really consistent feel. That's what I like in a park board, is a very like consistency, and the Capita horoscope definitely does it. And it's like a pretty inexpensive board too.
yeah, it comes in at a great price. Really fun board. I'm a fan as well. Definitely a good one. Ooh, here's a great one from Lance for Kevin. Orca versus Deep Thinker in POW. What do you think, man? I know. Don't be too harsh.
Yeah, the Orca is better in powder. I think it's because of the volume shifted. So because it's a shorter, wider board, it just floats. It floats really well, I think, in powder. And also what is it called? The B2X, 3BX
On the Orca?
on the Orca. Yeah,
The
what's the
C2, the C2X.
C2X, yeah, that C2X base, it's got like extreme like camber zones under your feet and then rocker in the middle. Like that combination just gives you a lot of stability through the powder. So it doesn't just float well through the snow. It also gives you lots of like power from the board while riding through that powder too. So you're just not just like floating and kind of weaving your way. It's giving you performance as you ride. And so that combination is really, it's taking it to the next level. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I rode the Orca just yesterday, and it blew me away. Honestly, I've never ridden a board that performed quite like that in powder. Just stomping landings, floating really well, lots of stability, really fun snowboard. I love the Deep Thinker as well. I think I would like that board more in the park, but the Orca for like an all-around POW free ride is insane.
Yeah, I feel like I'll be taking the Deep Thinker out more just for like days for free riding and maybe going into the park a bit and for riding groomers and things like that.
Patrick Kaczynski, what's the best fill for a mid layer? I prefer the artificial, just because when you get down wet, it kind of clumps up, and yeah, I just think artificial is the way to go. The performance is very similar.
Yeah, my jacket's artificial too.
Yeah. What mid layer do you have again?
It's the Burton Evergreen jacket.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wear the Arc'teryx Atom LT. Ethan Bamkin, what YouTubers do you plan to ride with in the future?
Ah, good question.
Yeah, great question, man.
So,
So-
probably coming up next will be David Jones in Japan.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a trip to Japan for about 2 weeks almost over in Niseko. David Jones is going to be joining us over there, so I'm really looking forward to that. And hopefully get to meet up with some other YouTubers as well later in the season.
Yeah, if we get down to Colorado, we can hook up with Jonathan Buckhouse and Ryan Napton.
Yeah.
And if we get down to Bear Mountain, maybe we'll meet up with Janice Spiteri.
Yeah.
Even though she doesn't know who we are, but maybe we can we'll send her an Instagram message.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely a lot of love for all the YouTuber, snowboarder community, and would love to collab with everyone. Josh Hill, why mittens over regular gloves? Love the vids. For me, I think the style part of it is definitely something that I don't know. I just prefer mittens, but also I like having all my fingers just in the glove right next to each other, and I don't feel like you lose anything from going to mittens over gloves. So I've just stuck with mittens for the last several years.
Yeah, I've always ridden gloves because I thought that I needed to have each individual finger kind of ready to do adjustments on my board or use it for using tools. And I used to get, my fingers used to get cold once in a while, but since moving to mittens, I've noticed that it doesn't bother me at all if I need to get tools out, if I need to go into my bag, if I need to like adjust anything. I can still do everything I used to be able to do with gloves with my mittens, and my fingers just stay warmer. So that is the main reason I'm sticking with mittens. Just it just keeps your fingers warmer.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have no regrets switching to mittens. And I saw one of my best friends, Jason Hanson's on the live chat. I don't know if you're still here, man, but thanks for hopping on. Hope you're doing well. Love you, bro.
What's up, Jason?
And FOMO, when will they open up the Peak Express?
It's been open a few times.
Yeah, it's, obviously weather dependent, but, as soon as they open it up, you got to try to be, after a storm, you got to try to be the first one up there because it's just epic.
I feel like it kind of depends on what the snow brings the next few days. If it kind of tapers off a little bit and there's not too many harsh winds, then they may open peak tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, the only reason they wouldn't open it is if it continues to snow and the conditions continue to be harsh.
Yeah, I think overnight tonight and tomorrow it's like trace amounts of snow. So if the winds aren't bad, hopefully that'll get opened up tomorrow. Seventh Heaven was open today for I think maybe the first time all year, and we almost got up there, but we were in line, and then they closed it again. I think for avalanche danger, or maybe it was the wind. I'm not really sure, but it was closed. And Eric Chan, hey Kevin and TJ, love your content, guys. Keep it up. Just started snowboarding and was wondering if there's a stance that you would recommend for beginners. So I think, there's no one set stance. Like you could go several different ways, but typically if you're on like a true twin or a directional twin, I would start people out when I was working at the shop setting up boards at 9, -9, or like 9, -6, a little, if it was on a directional board. Just like mellow stance angles.
In my opinion, I would do it a bit more directional because when you're a beginner, if you know which way is going to be your front foot, then you want your front foot to be at about 15 and then your back foot to be at about 9. And also to center your stance a little bit more towards the tail of your snowboard, because with a smaller tail, it'll make turns a lot easier. The turn will come around quicker with a smaller tail. And then also you want it to be comfortable too. So don't be afraid if on the mountain you want to just like adjust your stance a little bit, make it so that you can bend your knees comfortably, and it's not too wide, it's not too narrow, it's in that sweet spot. And it may take you a couple days or a few hours or something to kind of get your stance right, but take a look at what other people are doing, how wide it should be, make it comfortable for you. And yeah, I think that should, but don't be afraid to adjust your stance on the fly.
I think that's the biggest thing, honestly. You're probably not going to get it dialed straight away if you're new to snowboarding. So definitely take the time to adjust it around and figure out what feels best for you. And I saw a good question here. Oh yeah, from Balake J. Quellen. Hey guys, what's a more important goal for early intermediate rider? Evening out my turns or learning switch? Well, Kevin was an instructor for many years, one of the best instructors out there. What do you think, dude?
Thanks, man. I think the most important thing probably, I don't know. You could probably work on both at the same time. And actually by working on your switch and practicing your switch riding, it will actually improve your normal riding as well. So yeah, leave some time in the day for practicing your switch. I think it'll improve your balance overall. And then when you go back to your normal way of riding, then you'll feel that that's improved too. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Do a bit of both. There's always time in the day or a run that's easy somewhere for you to practice some switch.
Yeah, maybe depending on the terrain, you can do both. Also, shout out to Balake. I just realized that that's a Key and Peele reference, or maybe it's Mad TV, but it's the dude from Key and Peele. So that's awesome. All right. Jesse Levi, can you recommend a board shape for more aggressive carving and cliff drops? Currently have a rocker in the front and micro camber under feet, and it doesn't have hold in turns. So I think like a shifted camber, like the Burton Deep Thinker or the Capita Kazu, I found is really good for that type of riding. So it's basically like camber from the front insert pack all the way to the tail, and then a rockered out nose. So then you have that camber for carving and stability and stuff. But honestly, maybe just a bit of a stiffer board, because that profile you described isn't bad if you have a directional board.
And Levi, I'd recommend the Orca because it's like got it's crazy stability on for dropping cliffs. It's got that like it's wide and it's got the nose for landing a cliff drop. That C2X profile helps you as well. And the combination of the C2X with the magnet traction I haven't had like a true carving day on it yet because we just haven't had like
So much
any
pow.
clean groomers.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's going to be a really fun carving machine too.
Yeah, it's really wide. The Orca is such a unique board. Like I'm finding after riding it, I'm very impressed with it. I'm stoked.
I think I should buy the 159 and then you can buy the 53 off me.
I'll do it. I'm down. I'm down. Yes.
Andreas?
Get us that 159.
Andreas, order me a 159. Orca.
Coach Zach, when are you guys putting up more park stuff? When the storm is over and the weather clears and the park is looking prime, we'll be back in the park. But
Yeah, when Storm Week is over, we'll do Park Week.
when the storm weeks,
When Storm Month is over, we'll do Park Month.
yeah, there you go. But so I saw someone ask earlier when Japan is going down. So that's going to be January 9th to the 22nd. I think that's the actual dates will be in Niseko. So yeah, we're going powder to powder. But hopefully we'll get some park before then.
Yeah, Adam says it's turning into Storm Month as well.
It is. Yeah, it's no joke.
Oh, what was that one? So NJO, can you please do a short movie on GoPro settings? I have a 6 and using it for the first time this season. Loving your feeds, guys. Neil in Loughborough, UK. Awesome. Yeah, that's a good request. Like a video about GoPro settings and how we use them. That'd be good.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, I keep it pretty basic. I usually do 1080, 60 or 120 linear for most of the time, unless if I'm doing like the selfie stick or helmet cam, I'll put it in super view. But I don't do Pro Tune or anything like that.
Yeah, I try to keep it as simple as possible. I think that's the best advice. 1080 60 is what I always use. And linear, if I'm filming somebody else, I'll put it in the linear mode. But if I'm trying to film myself or use the helmet cam, then I do the super view mode. And yeah, just make sure that you keep the stabilization on and that you have the auto low light on, and like all those kinds of things just help to make things. The 6 is great because it does like brighten everything up, add a lot of contrast. So I think just go with those features, those automatic features, unless you're like a real tech whiz and you like playing around with all those kinds of things in your Photoshop or like the After Effects or whatever. But I'd like to, use the auto features on the camera.
Yeah, likewise. And another thing, especially if you're filming with multiple cameras, like maybe you're filming some clips on your cell phone, some on the GoPro, is make sure the time and date is set on the GoPro. That will save you a lot of time. And we got Jonathan Buckhouse on the chat. What's up, Jonathan?
Yo, Jonathan.
Stoked you guys are getting really good snow. I always shoot 1080p 120 frames per second.
Nice, man.
So we got another YouTuber's perspective there for you guys.
Yo, you must have a good computer, man.
120 is pretty awesome, but the files get so big.
Yeah, so that's something to consider as well when you're filming, is that the higher quality that you film in, the more difficult it's going to make it for your computer. So when I film at 1080 at 60, then it's pretty easy. But once it gets into 120, or if I get any video footage off of TJ that's in 4K, it's always like a struggle for my computer to handle.
But he's got a new one coming in soon.
I've got a new computer in the mail, yeah.
Much more 120. And we got a couple of quick questions here from Dirk. TJ favorite resort in Colorado? Bless you. Gesundheit.
Dankeschön.
And I think It's really hard to choose a favorite, but I really have enjoyed Keystone last season. I think all the resorts kind of offer something different. Like Breck has a little bit better alpine. I really like the trees in the park at Keystone. A Basin has some great terrain as well. Like there's so much. Colorado offers so much.
Yeah,
Uh,
when I was there, it seemed like every mountain had a unique feature that was my favorite. So like Breckenridge, the Alpine, I thought was the best. Keystone had the best trees, and Keystone had the best park, in my opinion, too.
I think, yeah, I love Keystone's park. Keystone and Copper both have pretty amazing parks, but overall, I think I would prefer Keystone over Copper. But I haven't spent enough time there. It's tough to say. But Joyce, any plans to review ladies boards? I think I might actually review a ladies board or two this year. That's been a really common thing, and I don't know if that's ever been done, but I think I might just go for it one of these days.
Yeah, and if there's any ladies out there that live in Whistler and want to do some snowboarding with us and make reviews, then hit us up.
Hit us up.
It's a lot of work, but it'll pay off in 5 years, we promise.
Awesome. Thank you guys for all the questions here today. I appreciate it. We got like 147 people on the chat right now.
Yeah, 86 likes. Let's see if we can get to
Oh
100.
man, that'd be so sick. Yeah. Hit that like button. And Jason Hansen, proud of you guys. Keep killing it. Come to the Outer Banks and we will do some sandboarding.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, dude. I would love to get out to the Outer Banks, check out your house, and yeah, I want to see everything you got going on down there, man. I'm sure it's sick.
Where's that? Where's the Outer Banks?
So the Outer Banks is like the coasts of North Carolina. There's
Oh.
like Wilmington is kind of on the coast, and then of the mainland, and then you take a bridge and you go over to the Outer Banks.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, we should definitely get out there. But yeah, bro, I hope you're doing well, man. We'll hop on a phone call soon. And Waldo, do you have a waterproof minimal requirement recommendation?
Yeah, for sure.
I think we're probably thinking the same thing, but I'd say you might as well go 15K plus for like waterproofing.
Yeah, it kind of depends on where you live and how often you go. But unlike the West Coast, or at least in the Northwest especially, in the Northwest, I wouldn't go lower than 20K. Are these lower than 20K?
Yeah, those are 15.
Okay,
And
yeah,
I
they're doing
have,
pretty well.
I agree. Yeah, my pants are 15K as well. There was a video a couple of weeks ago we did where it was like straight up raining, and they did all right. I think my knees got a little bit wet, but
Yeah.
they were okay. And that was like as bad as it possibly gets. Since then, it's been all good.
Yeah, it depends on where you live too, because if you're out east, if you're in like Colorado where it's much colder, then you don't need as much waterproofing.
Yeah, a little bit drier, lighter snow. So
But here in Whistler, I feel like 20K or Gore-Tex is good. But yeah, these 15K pants have been working out.
Makani McDonald, what stick mount do you guys use for the GoPro? So I got mine off Amazon. It's made by a company called Smatry, I think is what it's called. It was like $32, $35. Carbon fiber pole, and it's been the best pole that I've ever had. Previously, the ones that you like twist and they slide into each other, like they collapse, it's stripped over time. And this one, just like this pole Kevin has right here,
Oh, yeah.
the turny bits are on the outside, and I haven't had any issues. I would highly recommend that one.
Yeah, this one's called Smart Tree. Is yours Smart Tree?
Yeah, is it Smart Tree or maybe I'm saying it wrong?
I think it just says Smart Tree.
But yeah, I have a very similar one, same brand,
Carbon fiber.
excellent pole, carbon fiber, so it's very lightweight. It expands out to like I think 40 inches or something. So that one works good.
Yeah, I think these like the little knobs that are on the outside are pretty effective. It's hard with poles in the winter because the moisture kind of gets on it, and then there's doing a lot of like freezing and melting. So I've probably been through 7 or 8 poles in the last like say 5 years.
That one's been holding up pretty well though, hey?
Yeah, this one's been doing well. Smart Tree, yeah, carbon fiber.
So Wood Joe Clifton, what stance should I use when riding powder on my DOA? So on the OSL today, so basically what I did is I started where I would normally set my bindings up. I took my front binding and put it back as far as I could on those insert packs, and then I matched that distance with my rear binding. And I still actually ran 15, negative 15. I should have done negative 12 on the back. That's what I normally do. But that would be my recommendation.
Yeah, I would just do it as far back as you could get it towards the tail, and then I would do 15 in the front, negative 9 in the back, or negative 12, depending on how you like it.
Yeah, the more you angle that back foot, the more it's going to open up your hips and kind of help for carving. So I'd like to. I honestly, I think it's about time I mess with my stance a little bit and try some funky stuff and maybe switch it up. But I've been doing 15, negative 15 for so long. And we got another question for Kevin here from Mezzy. Kevin, have you had any damage to the top sheet of your DOA? Mine chipped fairly easily. Didn't even know how.
Oh wow, I haven't heard of that. I've seen a few DOAs on the mountain, and I haven't noticed any chipping on them. So I don't think that's too much of a thing, but maybe it could be. To be honest, my DOA, I haven't ridden it much because of we just haven't had many park days yet. So my DOA is behind TJ's head over there, and it's almost like it's still looking like brand new because I just haven't been riding it. But the other DOAs I've seen on the mountain, I haven't noticed any chipping. The Solomon Huck knife that I rode a few years ago, that's just over here in the corner. You guys can't see it, but it's got a lot of chipping all the way around. And I notice that whenever I see somebody else that's got the Huck knife, they have the same problem, that there's just the top sheets coming off. So maybe take a look at other people on the mountain if you see that board around, which you probably will. It's a popular board. So see if it's something that a problem other people are having too.
Yeah, and I see Bad Riders chiming in here. I think he has a DOA as well, and he said zero for me. So I guess his has been holding up pretty well.
You
also,
might just be rough on your board, which is good. You should be rough on it.
You gotta do what you want to do on your snowboard. Otherwise, what's the point?
Bang it up and chip it, and
if you break it, at least you had fun.
Yeah.
But you probably won't. I don't want to encourage people to break their snowboards, but it does happen. I haven't broken a board in a long time though. And I saw a question here that I wanted to answer. Oh yeah, okay. So from Trippin' Soul. Hey TJ, you tested the Jibsaw last season and just wanted to know your opinion of the board outside of the park. Would it work as an all-mountain freestyle? Yeah, so the Jibsaw it was actually surprisingly soft. It does have that Camrock camber profile and the Magna traction, so it would hold up all right. It's not going to be super stable. Maybe if you got the heavy duty version, I think it's a little bit stiffer, but the Magna traction will help, and I think it would be all right. Yeah. And yeah, a lot of questions here.
Ooh, Catherine Lee says something. San Mark has light metal poles that has the knobs on the outside. Doesn't rust or anything from my experience in the last 4 years. Awesome, Catherine. Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, Sandmark might be another brand to check out for those poles.
Yeah, I've seen some Sandmark poles around. I think on Amazon too.
Yeah.
Did you got yours on Amazon?
I got mine on Amazon. Yeah. I don't know if it's on the Canadian Amazon, but in the States, there probably is. There is a little variation in the products though.
Big time. Yeah.
Sebastian Dupal talking about pants. How warm are the Volcom articulated pants? So those are my pants this season. I've been wearing them the last 3 years, and I've worn them in like every condition, and they've been great. I think it's more about your layering for staying warm, but
I think in general those are warm pants though. They're not like a thin, like flimsy material. Yeah. They're actually like kind of a little bit of a substantial material to keep your legs fairly warm, like if you were to wear nothing under there. But
yeah, they're almost like jeans in a way. Like the actual outer material almost looks like just kind of streetwear pants.
It's kind of denim-y.
Yeah,
denim.
That's a word, right? Yeah. Right, we'll go with it. And Jose Bautista, what's up, Jose? Shout out to you for being here. And who's going to be in Colorado or Breckenridge in a week? That's an open question. That's to you guys because we're going to be in Whistler.
And Colin says, "Hey guys, what was your favorite board? What was your favorite board? My favorite board at the moment is the Orca for sure."
yeah. I can't choose one, man. It's impossible.
You have to.
I'm gonna go with the Arbor Westmark Camber.
You're lying.
The Orca's sick. The Storm Chaser right now, I'm actually really, really loving. But obviously the Storm Chaser corners you in. So
I'm gonna pick a board as the Arbor Westmark Camber.
I've ridden so many. It's like it's impossible. There's so many epic boards. But
You just gotta narrow it into like a
at least the top 10.
in the moment, like today. Like well, you don't have to say it. Westmark Camber.
Yeah,
That's a good
I'm
choice.
going. No, that's done.
But I
That's
mean,
done.
like if you were to ride tomorrow, which board would you bring out?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring out
What?
the Storm Chaser for sure. but-
Nice. There you go. You're still thinking in park terms.
Yeah. Well, the Westmark's pretty versatile. set
How
that-
boards are boards too, you know.
No respect for the POW boards on this live stream.
You're like you just rode like a month of storm powder. What's your favorite board? This park board. It's really my favorite at the
It's
moment.
a good one.
My favorite board's a DOA. I haven't ridden it yet.
How do you compare the Storm Chaser to the Nitro POW? Love you guys. Great content. Well, you've actually ridden both now. I haven't ridden the Nitro POW yet.
Yeah, so pretty similar. To be honest, the Nitro POW I rode is bigger than the Storm Chaser, just in size. So I can't say that I can make a real true comparison. The Nitro POW feels like it floats more because of I think it has the biggest nose of any POW board that I've actually seen.
It's massive.
So I think it's got the most float. The Storm Chaser felt like it was faster, like edge to edge, and I think that's because of the what's that shape called? It's like a 3BT shape.
Oh, like the spoon-shaped
spoon,
nose on
yeah.
the Storm Chaser.
Yeah, because it's got like a spoon shape to it, so it really rocks really quickly back and forth between heels and toes. So definitely notice that spoon shape is faster. It makes it faster for turning. But I feel like the Nitro POW is a bit more of floats a bit better.
You also
maybe.
got to ride the POW in
Yeah.
some epic Japan powder. Not that yesterday wasn't epic, but I mean it wasn't Japan.
Yeah, but I was trying to compare it to the other day. I don't include Japan on that.
Okay, good.
I was
Good to
I was
know.
comparing it to the other day of riding to just yesterday of riding.
It's a fair comparison there.
Yeah.
And Jen calling me out saying, TJ, just say it. You're in love with the Orca. Dude, you're right, man. That board is so good. So good. Yeah,
The
I
footage
think,
was
I think-
awesome.
I think that's gonna go down, man. Like if Kevin gets the 159, I'm absolutely gonna buy that 153 right
The
there.
clips from yesterday, I was really, really impressed. A lot of your clips too. You were just charging. Like every clip that I got off of TJ's GoPro was just him going straight with no turns. And the Orca is just like pow, pow, pow through the snow.
Breaching, dude. Oh man.
It was nonstop.
It was the stability was next level. I've actually been falling a lot on the Storm Chaser because it just has no tail, and it was really nice on the Orca to be able to dip that tail down and then be like, oh, I've got something to like pressure into and get back on my feet. So
Yeah, we were talking about this today too. Is that with those two boards, it depends on what mountain you're on. Because here in Whistler, the terrain is much more. I think the Whistler terrain is pretty advanced, especially when you go off into trees or the Alpine. It's like expert to advanced level riding, and so something like the Orca is just very stable, like much more stable, much more supportive through that aggressive terrain, where like a resort like Mount Bachelor, which is more intermediate and kind of more of a cruisy mountain. I think the Storm Chaser would really like highlight that board because like turning smooth, turning quick, and Mount Bachelor's kind of got that like skate bowl style to it as well. So like different mountains, I feel like highlight different boards.
man, we talk about Mount Bachelor so much. I think we're gonna have to get back there soon, man.
Yeah. What's
It's a-
another mount, or even in say like at Mount Hood. Mount Hood's more of a mellow mountain too.
Yeah.
I feel like the Storm Chaser would do well. There's not like a lot of drops or cliffs or things like that to challenge it.
Yeah.
Like if you're on like a cliffy mountain, you gotta take something like the Orca because you need that support.
You do. Yeah.
But if you're in just like a big wide big bowl of powder, then the storm chaser could just rip through it and carve all kinds of lines.
Epic float, super quick turns, but all right. So Amari Clark, do you recommend the Orca as a good hybrid board?
Absolutely. Like with the Orca too, it's one of those boards that it is, I think it's just as good on the groomers as it is on the in the powder. Like I've been having a great time with it, popping ollies off of knuckles and things like that, and it feels really good. It's got good bite on ice. Like the other day we were riding it and it was the 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 lower half of the mountain was just like an ice highway, like filled with classes and beginners and like just well all levels, but it's a really icy ride out. And the magnet traction just helped to I didn't feel myself sliding out like at all on the board. So I feel like it's a great kind of do everything board.
It is, yeah, I agree. I was very impressed with the Orca.
I don't know about the park though.
I think something more like the Deep Thinker or the Kazu might do better in the park, but dude, I think you're gonna have to take it into the park and just try.
Yeah.
Maybe don't bust it up though. And Edgar with a question here that we get pretty much every live chat on SPC, and here it is on Board Archive. When you guys coming back to Mammoth?
I thought you were gonna say Scotland.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that one too. But I think Mammoth has overtaken the Scotland request.
Yeah, it's the LA people.
Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna be doing a Mammoth trip this year. I think if we go to Cali, we're gonna try to get down to Bear. Mammoth was great, but it's just we were there last year, and it's nice to just try out some new places.
Yeah, just try out some more places. L Stacker says drink pickle juice for muscle cramping, or you
Interesting.
can drink water.
True. Yeah, pickle juice. That's an interesting one.
First, step one, buy a jar of pickles. The bigger the jar, the better. Step two, eat all of the pickles. Step three, drink the juice. And the cramps, you will have no more cramps.
No more cramping.
You're gonna have some other issues. You might be really, what is all that salty juice might make you thirsty.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing too.
Yeah, isn't pickle juice just like pretty much just vinegar? Like,
Yeah, some kind of brine.
yeah. Catherine Lee wants those lady snowboarder views. All right, I know. It's gonna have to go down. Bad Riders hyping up Australia.
Yeah.
Definitely good times down there.
People are talking about pickles.
Yeah, no,
and
we've started a whole
bananas.
pickle conversation now.
I'd rather have cramps than pickles.
Okay, pickles aren't bad, but yeah, pickle
can-
juice is a little much.
After about 3 pickles, you're pretty much over them. I can't eat more than. I could maybe eat 4 pickles, but pickle fatigue.
Yeah. M. Oski, when's the trip to Revelstoke? What do you think, man? It's definitely going down, 100%. That's been on the bucket list, but it's not planned yet.
I think we should plan it for like February, like early February.
Probably the next trip after Japan.
Yeah, get out there early and because we gotta fit 2 trips into February. We gotta get to Revelstoke and we also have to get to Jackson Hole.
Yeah, I was about to say Jackson probably after that, and then I think that'll set us up nicely for a bear trip in March or like April once it's like those real spring conditions come in and
I'm down with that.
get some nice park laps going.
Gotta get to Bear early before it all melts.
Yeah, they don't have. I don't know how long their season is, but
I can't imagine too
It's
long.
probably
They're
not too
really
long.
close to the coast.
Caesar Arturo, when are you guys coming to the greatest snow on earth? Salt Lake City, Big Cottonwood, or Canyons? Utah wasn't really too much on the travel map for us this year. I've been to Utah a couple of times. I would like to get back and like get a good day. I know Park City Canyons just fused and became one resort, so it's like really big now.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. So this year we kind of made a list, and I think maybe next year we'll hit it up.
Yeah, if we can find a convenient time, maybe, but yeah, probably next year.
Unless like Park City approaches us and they pay for our flights and accommodation, and
You can't say no to that. And then
if it's a free trip.
our buddy Paulo is down there in Park City. Definitely hang out with him. Maybe crash there if we have to.
Oh, Catherine says if we ever come down to Washington, she'll ask her mom to skip school and come ride with us.
Yeah.
Awesome, Catherine.
Yeah, well, I hope you have a great season down there in Washington in our absence, Catherine, but hopefully that will happen. Oh,
Stacker rides a GNU pickle.
yeah, the park pickle. Nice, man. Yeah, that's a fun board. Yeah, I got the Magna traction, park friendly.
And Jen's got a great question. How are your bodies doing after riding that heavy snow and terrain? It's a battle every day.
Honestly, like even this morning, like this is how bad. Like I'm so sore in the mornings. I wake up, I check the phone. It's like, oh, we got 22 centimeters of snow last night. It's like, I'm gonna stay in bed. I'm staying in bed. But obviously, we got out there. That's a joke, but that is how I feel.
Yeah, it is amazing. It's kind of like balancing though because we're trying to also we spend most of our evenings just editing videos. So to ride all day, squeeze in like other social things too, and then work all night. Sometimes I'll be up to like 1, 2 in the morning finishing a snowboard edit, and then getting that edit up first thing in the morning, and then going to ride all day. It's a
hustle.
It's a
Yeah,
hustle.
It really is, guys.
like it's amazing. But yeah, the wetness can get you because it soaks right into your bones. And even right now, sitting here, I'm wet. My hoodie's wet.
Oh yeah, mine
my-
too. Mine too.
Just yeah, my socks are wet. So,
It's all right though.
but it's fun. Yeah, it's good.
Quick question here from Saad Akram. When did you guys start snowboarding? For me, it was 2000. I was about 10 years old. What
Yeah,
about
and
you,
I was 15, and I was going like every Tuesday. We had a like ski snowboard group with my high school, and some of my friends snowboarded, and my one friend he taught me to snowboard, and then I switched over. Got a snowboard for Christmas one year, and then that was it.
Game on. Noah Shipwash with a fun question here. TJ, what boards did you ride when you were in Boone?
Awesome question.
Yeah, shout out for knowing the history there. I'm from North Carolina, if you guys don't know. And yeah, so I rode Ride Kink, which before it became camber, it was flat. It's still one of my favorite top sheets of any snowboard. I had a Nitro T1. I had a Rome Artifact rocker. And I'm sure I had some other boards too, but those are the ones that stand out.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you remember some of your first boards back in the day?
Before I moved to Whistler, I only rode boards from like sporting goods stores. So they were mostly just knockoff, no-name brands.
Oh, okay.
I think my first board that I ever had that was a brand was a Sims board.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I've never had a sim, so now that they're making them again, and I would like to ride some.
And then I had an Atomic snowboard when I first moved to Whistler.
Oh, I didn't even know Atomic made snowboards. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I had some weird ones.
Constantine Nappy. TJ, how do you like your Adidas ADV boots? Also picked up a pair of these this year. Yeah, great question, man. I think I need to make a follow-up video. If you guys saw the one on the channel, they've softened up significantly. They're not as sturdy as I thought they would be. They're very comfortable, but my back foot in particular, it's way softer than I would like. So I might end up getting some new boots at some point this season, unfortunately, because of that. But they are very comfortable, I will say that.
Wow, they softened up quick.
I know I have maybe 30, somewhere between 30 and 40 days. I think around 30 on them. And the front boot is more rigid than the back boot, I think just because of the way I snowboard, but it's been a huge, a rapid deterioration.
Catherine said her first board was a Sims as well. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
My first board that I really loved was the Burton Unink.
Oh, you had an unink?
Yes.
Oh, that's sick.
So that's the board that the guys that created the brand Yes made
Yeah.
for Burton.
Yeah, so on the Yes Greats every year, I think they try to do a throwback to the
The
unink
Unink,
days. Yeah.
So every board in that series had like a different animal on it. And I think, what animal did I have? I think I had a cat.
Nice.
It was like a kitten. It was like a baby kitten, a puppy, and then like.
I think I've seen that one. Yeah, I've seen that series. It's like
Yeah.
a classic one. My first board ever was a Option Signature 149. Way too stiff. I was 12 years old, full camber. I still have that thing. And let's see if we can find another good question
Oh,
here.
El Stacker said that he watched Andreas's video today.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So if you guys check out Andreas Schubert on YouTube, and also check out Chris's YouTube channel as well. Chris, I think it's called Chris is Recovering.
Yeah, I have Chris's channel linked on the homepage of my YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, I'm gonna add Andreas to that list tonight. But
Yeah,
yeah,
me too.
definitely check them out. And Edgar Rojas, how often do you guys split board? Rarely.
Never.
I would like to. I think a goal of ours this year is to do that at least a few times. So
Yeah, the last time I went splitboarding was a few years ago. I did an avalanche safety course and I rented a splitboard setup, but haven't done it since then. But yeah, I'm looking to buy one possibly this year. Maybe the Jones Solution.
yeah, the solution would be sick. Yeah, definitely. I'd be jealous. I've got the Explorer, which is a great board, but it would have totally been worth the extra $200 to get the solution, I think. All right, and Ethan P. TJ, do you miss the Silverthorne Chipotle yet? Dude, only every day. No, it's there. There's a place called La Cantina here in Whistler that's actually pretty delicious, but I do miss Chipotle for sure.
Yeah, I miss it too, even though only went there when visiting TJ.
Yeah.
I also missed that breakfast spot where I could get the blueberry strudel. They had vegan blueberry strudel.
Oh yeah.
That cafe.
Wow, what's it called? I can't believe I can't remember the name. Blue Moon Bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place
If you
is
guys
so
are in
good.
Silverthorne, Chipotle, Blue Moon, Chiba Hut.
Chiba Hut was great too. Actually, the sandwiches got better the more I went there too. So
Yeah, I mean they
Chiba Hut's good.
got a lot of good options. They got good vegan veggie options too.
Yeah,
And
good bread, good crunch.
Engen, are you guys returning to Europe next year? I would like to think so. I'm not sure. Probably.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. No plans at the moment, but
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that I'm going to call it here. It's been just over an hour. So thank all of you guys for being here. We still got 142 people on the stream. I appreciate it, guys.
wow, First Board Archive live chat was a hit.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so stoked. And I really appreciate everyone that wanted to do the super chats and wasn't able to. I'm going to get that figured out for next week. So it's going to be a weekly thing. Thanks for all the great questions, guys. And,
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, this is a spot. Monday, Board Archive.
And check out the live stream on Friday over on Snowboard Pro Camp.
Oh, sick.
So,
yeah, thanks, man.
Gonna keep it rolling. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Check out the videos this week.
See you guys.
See